Good morning. Today is a work day. So every now and then we need to take like a day to plan where we're going, to book flights, to book buses, to catch up on work stuff. We've got some client work to do today, to do emails, all this kind of stuff. So we thought in today's video we would bring you a little bit behind the scenes on how we do that, and also give you guys some tips on how you can book some cheap flights, because we've got about 4 or 5 flights that we actually need to book, and finding the best way to get from place to place, and the cheapest, more importantly, is something we've started to get all right at. So we're gonna bring you in on some of the behind the scenes today, what one of our planning days kind of looks like, and hopefully give you some value as well. So Lucy and I need to book some flights ourselves this morning, so we thought, what better way and time to give you guys a bit of an insight on how we do this.
One of our favourite parts of being out here and travelling whilst working is that our office space is somewhere like this. We always seem to find some pretty good edit spots. There's a pool behind us that we're probably going to take a dip in at the moment. It's 30-degree heat. We're sat outside, patio area. It's great. So we can still be productive, if anything more productive, because it motivates us to keep working hard, but we're not confined to being in one space. We're going to book some stuff now, and we're going to show you guys how we've bagged some pretty cheap flights before. We've done really well in the past. Example of bad planning and a bad flight booking is when we came to the Philippines and we had to book our next flight really quickly at the airport. So if you've been watching the videos the past couple of days, you'll know that story and know that we had a nightmare and we couldn't get into the Philippines without an onward flight. So at the airport we had to really quickly book one. So that's not the way to do it. You want a little bit of advance warning. What's that? Do you want to get a bit of an advanced booking in? I wouldn't say, it honestly varies so much, so do keep checking flights before you book somewhere, but I'd say the ideal would be between 4 and 6 weeks before you're going. For example, our Bangkok flight was what was it, £250 I want to say, which is super cheap for the distance you're travelling from London to Bangkok. Oh, that cat is back again. There's this cat that's obsessed with us here. It's so skinny. Oh, I want to feed it.
No, don't feed it.
Fine, it can sit there. It's fine there. Okay. Right. Anyway, so yeah, tip 1 would definitely be to have a bit of an advance warning. If you're booking it the day before, then it's probably a bit too late notice. But then if it's months before, then you're probably going to end up spending more. And
these tips, by the way, aren't just if you're in Asia like us, if you're traveling around. This could be if you want a cheap flight from London.
You've got a dim electric shock
really?
Then.
Oh, sorry about that. This could be if you want a cheap flight from London, if you're looking to go somewhere, if you're back in the UK, anywhere really. These are general tips. So the next one, and this is a really key one, is date. So I mean this in 2 ways. Firstly, the date you're actually booking the flight. The date you go on your laptop and press book can make a huge difference. Airlines are changing their prices all the time, and a little thing we've discovered is that flights midweek are the cheapest. They bump up their prices on Fridays because everyone's going away for the weekend. Saturday, Sunday flights are more expensive. People have to get back to work, so they pay the premium. So if you can book your flights, so the moment you actually sit down on your laptop and book the flight, make sure that's earlier on in the week, because generally airlines increase their prices as the weeks go on. Even if you're flying on a Friday or Saturday, book it on the Monday or Tuesday. Generally it will be cheaper. You can test this out yourself.
But if you can't be flexible, there's still ways to get cheaper flights. So a lot of people think, oh, I'm just going to go on a comparison website. So when you're searching flight comparison websites, don't think because it's a flight comparison website that's the whole comparison and that's all you need to be looking for. There's loads of different flight comparison websites with different flights on them. So it might be that one flight comparison website, this flight A is really cheap on this day, but actually if you look on another website is actually say £100, and then another flight comparison website might say that flight A is actually £50 on that day, and then vice versa with flight B or whatever. So they can really vary. So don't just think because you've been on a flight comparison website that's the only comparison you're going to get, because they vary as well as the actual airlines.
And some of the changes we've seen have been crazy. It could be
ridiculous.
Flights, we've been getting some really cheap flights at the moment. So some have been £40, which is great. Then you look on a different website, it can be £27 or something like that.
So because some places are oh, we'll have a deal for, I don't know, flying to Thailand for today or something, and the other place might not have that. So make sure you're shopping around a lot. You do need to put a bit of time into it. You could just go on there and that's fine if you can afford that. But if you're wanting to, like us, save a bit of money and try and get the best deal possible, then definitely shop around.
And the other thing, if you ask yourself, what can I be flexible with? So dates we've covered. The other thing, if you can be flexible with airports, you can save so much money.
Yes.
We did this when we flew out to Asia for the first time. So we were going from London. We live back in the UK about 40 minutes away from Gatwick Airport. Flights from Gatwick to Bangkok were about £600 to £700. So instead we looked at flights from Stansted Airport, which was much further away, and the flights ended up being £400 to £500 for 2 people. So it's all about being flexible, it's all about finding the right ways. So if there's 3 or 4 airports nearish to where you live, or your destination as well, do different combinations, different origins to different destinations, see what the cheapest flight is.
So one website we use a lot is Skyscanner. They've not sponsored this video. So another example of this might be when we were flying, so when we had to get from Cambodia to Vietnam, we were looking at the best way possible. And we thought because where we were in Cambodia was quite close to Ho Chi Minh, that would be the cheapest option because of distance. But actually, if you look at the map, Ho Chi Minh's here, Hanoi's here, and we were in Cambodia here. We thought this would be cheaper because it's closer. Hanoi is further away, but it actually works out cheaper. So if you look here, put in Cambodia to Vietnam and put any instead of picking a specific airport, and it's then saying Hanoi is, it's only small differences here, 43 and Ho Chi Minh's 57, but it is a difference and it is a saving because you're being flexible, and it might be then that you work from Hanoi down to Ho Chi Minh instead of the other way around like we did. So, and again with that, if you can, like George said, change your origin, so be flexible with London. Say I can fly anywhere from London and maybe get like a bus or a train that's a bit further, it might still work out cheaper. So like work out all different angles.
And this is where we absolutely love Skyscanner. It's one of our favourite websites. It's probably our most viewed website on our computers right now. There are other flight comparison websites, but we love their feature where you can put anywhere and it will just give you the cheapest prices.
If we put in here, as an example, like not where we are, so put London to start, any again.
Yeah, so if you're looking for a little weekend breakaway.
And if you put everywhere, so flexible, search everywhere, pick a month, you're like, oh, I want to go for a Christmas break, let's pick December. And then you can go to France for £10, Germany for £10, Ireland, Italy, all £10 flights. And then you go into it and it tells you where about. Frankfurt, that has some nice Christmas markets, isn't it? So Hamburg and things, like there are Cologne, Berlin, £23 direct. This is great because you can then go down. These are all so cheap, actually. I'm surprised at how cheap they are. So then if you think, oh, maybe next April you want to go away somewhere for a bit, see it's more expensive because it's a bit further away than we were looking before, but say you want to go to Spain next April, Barcelona, £25 direct, nice little Easter break, like it's so cheap. And this is the exact method that we use to decide generally where to go next, unless we've got like a set plan, which we rarely do. So the Philippines, it's where we are now, put everywhere, and then put the date. So we'll be leaving here probably in November, and then it gives us all these options of places near us that we could go to. So say we fancy Malaysia, where can we go? Kuala Lumpur, we can go there for 39, or maybe we fancy
Singapore,
that'd
be cool,
31, or maybe we even fancy going back to Vietnam, Ho Chi Minh, £40. Like you can see how it works here. Okay, our next tip, and probably the most important one of this video, and the one that you need to remember if you're watching this, use Google Chrome incognito mode to search for your flights, and I will explain why. So if you're just in a normal web browser looking for flights and you search for flights a couple of times a day and then you leave it and then you come back another day and then you leave it again and you come back the next day, your web browser starts to remember that you're looking for flights regularly, okay? And it saves all this information in its cache, and it knows you're close to booking a flight. So the websites actually increase their prices just slightly, maybe £2, £3, £4, £5. So if you keep searching for flights, they get more expensive marginally. Now I got told this ages ago and I wasn't sure if I actually believed it, so I did my own test. So an example of this was when we were looking for our flight out of Hong Kong. We were flying from Hong Kong to Manila. I looked on our usual Google Chrome and it was something like £42. I then did an incognito tab and it was £36. Exactly the same dates, exactly the same flight. It was crazy to actually see the difference just because we got incognito and they didn't have any information to track us on at all. And a tip leading on from this, which I only discovered the other day and I've never heard anyone else say this at all, try different versions of Skyscanner. So what I mean by that, yeah, you don't even know this, I didn't even tell you this. What I mean by that is choose your location. So I was looking on the Hong Kong version of the website, so all the prices were coming up in Hong Kong dollars, which was fine because I knew how to translate it. So I noticed this and I thought, oh, let's flip it onto the UK. So I put location, UK, currency, GBP to make it a bit easier for myself. And it was more expensive. It was like £10 more expensive per flight. And you might not think that sounds like much, but when your flights are only £30, £40 in the first place, that's a lot of money. And that's pretty much what you'd spend on baggage anyway. So I was like, no way. So I flicked it back to Hong Kong, put it back in Hong Kong dollars,
paid for it in Hong Kong dollars, and saved ourselves some cash.
So a perfect example of what George has said. I've put in the capital of Cambodia here to everywhere in November this year, and on this page, exactly the same. This one, I've put that we're in England, English language and Great British pounds, and then this one, I've still want it in pounds, and I'm still English, but I've said we're in the Philippines. So if we look at just here, Singapore, £59. And then here, Singapore is £46.
It works.
Right.
High five. I think that's my own tip that I've discovered. I've never read that anywhere online before. I'm actually really happy with that.
I can tell.
Oh, one final tip, and as annoying as it is getting marketing emails from companies and stuff, sign up to airline newsletters, because sometimes they do these like flash sales and stuff, and you'll have like, I don't know, 6 hours a day, whatever it is, to book a really, really cheap flight, and you'll be the first to hear about any of their deals. And we were thinking about doing another separate video about cheap accommodation, because we've been finding some really good deals on that as well. Just an afterthought here, Lucy was saying about our Airbnb link that you guys can use.
So literally all you have to do, we'll put a little, I think it'll be a link below, and you get £25 off, and you don't have to book anything yet. So £25 goes onto your account when you sign up to it, and then when you decide to go for a little break somewhere, I think you have to spend like £40 and you get £25 off the booking. So you could stay somewhere for £15 that's worth £40, which is pretty good. You don't have to like do anything for it. It's literally just sign up, like email address and password or something. It's not that much. So if you want that, we'll link it below. And we don't work with Airbnb in any way whatsoever. We're not trying to plug them or do anything like that. We do get a credit onto our own account if you guys use the link to sign up. That's the only benefit we get. It literally is £25 if you sign up using this link that they gave us. So we thought we'd share that. So the most important thing that we have to get done every day, regardless if we're staying in one place for most of the day getting stuff done, or swimming with sharks and exploring a new city, a new town, whatever it is, we have to get the vlog edited. Kind of take it in turns to edit, and we're lucky that we kind of have a similar kind of skill set. So hopefully when you watch the vlogs, you shouldn't be able to tell who's edited which, because Lucy and I both have a very similar style, and we don't really have a set routine for who edits which vlog. So it's not like we do one each and take it in turns. Sometimes Lucy might edit 10 in a row, then I'll edit 6 and she'll edit 2 and I'll edit 5. It just depends. So while she's tucked away in there editing, I am writing a new blog post. Blog posts are something we definitely need to get done on a day like today. I'm currently putting together a post about our Lightroom presets. So if you missed the video a few weeks ago where we announced these, one of the questions Lucy and I always get asked is how do we edit our Instagram photos, which is a great compliment because it means you guys are liking what we're doing on Instagram. We both love taking photos, we love editing, and rather than replying to every kind of DM with some advice and stuff, which we were doing, we thought, why don't we put together a set of presets that lets you edit your photos in our kind of mosquitoes everywhere, that lets you edit your photos in our kind of style with just one click. So we put together 5 presets. We named them Aqua, Desert, Iced, Villa and Nomad, and they're all kind of suited for different style of photos depending on color, lighting, what kind of mood you're going for, that kind of thing. So there's a link in the description of this video if you want to check them out, if you want to make your normal standard photos pop a little bit, if you want to make your holiday photos come to life a bit more with colors and things like that. A few before and afters here, and we're selling these for just £10. We could have made them more expensive, but we didn't want to. £10, you get 5 presets. So we haven't done any merch or anything on this channel yet, but it's a way for you to get something from us, but also get real value from it. A load of you guys have bought these already and you've been sending us your photos and the befores and afters and stuff, so that's really, really cool to see. It's also a really cool way for you guys to support the channel if you're enjoying the daily travel videos, which I know so many of you are, from the comments that we get every single day, which is incredible. Cool, successful morning so far. Edited the shark vlog, which was fun to watch back. Like, that footage is crazy, still can't believe it happened, but great day yesterday, so I hope you enjoyed that video. And we have edited up some Instagram, sorted out some brand work I've been working on for a little while. George has written 2 blog posts, we filmed another sit down video. We treat these days like work hours, so it's 1:30 and it's time for us to go and get some lunch. Although we've still got loads to do, we want to kind of enjoy the sunshine a little bit, and this hotel we're staying in instead of just staying in the room, so we're going to take the laptop to lunch with us now and get a bit more work done there, but this pool looks nice, we want to go in that later. Oh yeah, there's always time for a swim. We just saw the biggest mosquito ever. It was like that big, black, and like hovering on my hand. I've ordered some pasta, like chicken pasta with parmesan. And what have you gone for? Noodles? Yeah. Some Filipino, aren't they? But we got another glimpse of this burger. If you saw yesterday's video, you'd have seen us talking about it. We didn't get a shot of it then. Someone just walked past with someone's room service of this burger. It's like £1.5. I can't actually get, we're gonna have it tonight. We're gonna try it tonight. So make sure you keep watching this video to see if we can handle it, but it's the biggest burger I've seen ever in my life, and they don't even offer other burgers. Like, that's the burger they do, and it's just massive. It's crazy.
I must have spent hours on Skyscanner earlier this morning. It's kind of time consuming planning, traveling. Turns out for our next journey, we're off to El Nido. It turns out it's cheaper to book a bus through our hotel here rather than get a flight. So that is what we've done. It cost us £10 to get to El Nido.
And you don't have to pay for baggage because you just throw your bag on the bus.
So we are very, very excited to go there. We haven't yet got accommodation, so that's what we need to look at this afternoon. We need to go on booking.com. That's normally the cheapest way. Maybe we'll do another video about booking accommodation, getting cheap accommodation, because that's very doable as well. We use booking.com quite a lot. So that's our next mission for this afternoon, to get some accommodation booked for tomorrow night, which we probably should have done a bit before, because you often get a cheaper deal if you're booking in advance, but then you can get last minute deals.
We're geniuses, aren't we, on booking.com? Because we book so many.
Oh, I thought you were actually geniuses.
We
have genius status on booking.com because we travel so much, because we book so many things, which gives us 10% off every booking.
Sometimes
and some other benefits.
50%.
50.
Someone's been 50%.
There we go. Time has come to go and eat this burger. I'm excited, I'm nervous, I'm all kinds of emotions right now.
Have you told
How
them
are you
you're sharing
feeling?
it yet?
No, I didn't want to root. Yeah, all right, we're sharing it. But
it's so big, we couldn't do it on
it's
our own.
huge. Right, let's go and get it. Like, it's huge. You won't believe me until you see it. So here it is, Armageddon burger. It's 350 pesos, which is £5. So it's not bad. That's pretty good price for a burger. And £1.2 monster burger served with French fries. And to go with that, we're gonna get some onion rings as well. So just before coming out to the restaurant, we closed the office for the day. It is 8:30 and we just finished up some client work. We're working on some cool stuff actually for a new brand launching. We're designing some branding for a launch event they've got coming up, and some packaging and stuff like that, so that's really cool. But yeah, good day, very productive day. Our last job of the day, and actually we can't really call it a job because it's fun, it's probably the thing we like doing the most. We are going through and replying to all the comments from you guys on the recent videos, and there are literally hundreds, so thank you so much. We still try and reply to every single comment no matter what, so we'd like to try and keep that up as long as we possibly can. It's getting harder because there's loads more comments, but we're so grateful, so thank you for commenting on the videos. And if you're someone who watches and has never commented, that's obviously totally fine, but if you do feel like commenting and saying hello, introducing yourself, please feel free, because we do love reading your comments. It makes this thing that we do a kind of two-way thing rather than just us talking to you all the time. It's nice to hear what you're liking about the videos. You can ask questions, we reply to questions on here and stuff, so comments is the place to be.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks so much.
Really good. Right, let's get some comparison here. This is an iPhone. What have I got? A 7. So, okay, right, that's the iPhone size. Hold it like, I feel like it doesn't look as big on this camera. No, it does look big, doesn't it? It's ridiculous. I feel like that's a normal burger size, like that. It's like double.
It's
and on
very
top,
big. Okay, I can put my hand on it. How about
you got a big hand. There you go. That's kind of gross. I've got to eat that now, but thanks. And these are ridiculously looking onion rings. I thought they'd be like frozen ones, but these look proper. Oh, hurt yourself. Get stuck in then.
Okay, we're going to cut it because there's no way we can eat that. Oh my god, the knife just went straight.
Here we go.
First section, which is bigger than the size of a normal burger anyway. Oh wow.
Good
Oh my
cutting,
god.
right?
Yeah, well done.
Thank
Can take a bite. It's good.
You're gonna love it.
Really? We did it. We finished it. Other than a little bit of bread that we left, which to be honest was probably the equivalent of a whole bun of a normal burger, we finished it and we left only 2 onion rings, which is pretty good.
I think my stomach is now the size of that burger,
Same.
like outwards as well.
We need to sleep this off, guys, so we're gonna end the vlog here. Thanks so much for watching today. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and obviously leave a comment, say hello, and we will see you. Oh, if you're not subscribed, because we were looking on our analytics the other day. Oh, I still look really red, sunburn. We were looking on our analytics the other day, and something like 65 to 70% of people who watch the videos aren't subscribed. So I was trying to do mental maths and I couldn't, but if everyone who isn't logged in and subscribed but watches these subscribed, we'd hit 10k like tomorrow. So if you're not subscribed, please hit the subscribe button. It helps us out so much. It means we can continue making these travel videos for as long as possible. So we appreciate that. Thanks guys, we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.